Listen, if you are a stylist, we have all felt that burnout, the exhaustion, the overwhelmed, and just plain over it. And it happens and it can feel like it is impossible to snap out of. You aren't alone, and today I'm gonna share how I prevent burnout and how to keep your passion alive for hair. This makes the days so much easier for you. You're happier, your clients are happier, and overall, just a happier, well-being life. My name is Megan, and I have been doing hair for almost 15 years now. And I have been in burnout mode before, where you feel like there is no time for yourself and running on empty. It can be so hard to get out of the slump, but I will give you the tips and tricks that have worked for me over the years. I would love to hear from you too. What do you love to do for yourself when you are feeling burned out? First, before we dive in, I wanted to talk about what burnout actually is. For me, when you feel like you are just honestly dreading your clients or even resenting your clients, you feel like you're constantly working and not making the money that you deserve and just really going through the motions. It can be easy to get here because we are in charge of our own schedule, and when someone wants in, we happen to say yes because we want to get the money. So we overwork ourselves. We are in the service industry, so you don't only want to be doing the best hair, but give our clients the best experience. Constantly giving our energy can be so draining when you don't fill yourself back up. The flight attendants always tell you to put your breathing mask on first before helping others. There is a reason for this. You cannot help others or show up for others if you are not taking care of yourself first. This is why setting clear boundaries with your clients is so important. I have a strict working hours. I stick to my working hours because I know that if I stay late or come in on my day off to squeeze someone in, I'm going to be pissed. It's not their fault because I said yes, but my whole attitude is going to be so different towards them. Is that right? Absolutely not. But I allowed that to happen. So please set the boundaries and stick to your working hours. It's not your fault that they didn't plan ahead, and the best thing to do is to send them the link to your online booking so that they can look at your schedule, see what works best for them. If they do want a day that you don't work or stay late, I tell them there is a fee and I charge double. Most of the time they can figure out a date that will work in your schedule. Now, I'm not saying that this is 100% of the time. Life does happen, and of course, you love your clients. I have come in on my day off for an amazing loyal client who her husband was going through a rough chemo and only could find help for him on my day off. Well, guess what? I came in, but she respects me so much that I know that she would never ask unless I offered. I usually stick to my rules and boundaries, but just like life, there are some gray areas, so you have to do what you think is gonna be best per situation. Another piece of advice is to make sure that you know your profit for each service you offer. If you feel like you're always working but don't have anything to show for it, you may need to look at your numbers. Just guessing a price to charge your client and not knowing how much it actually costs you to do your client's hair can be a huge problem. You aren't making that full $250 that you're charging for that blonding service. You have booth rent, products, tools, taxes, insurance, and the list goes on and on. So if you haven't dove into how much profit you are making, that is a huge red flag for burnout. You may not even realize it, but after I pay all of my expenses, taxes, and everything, I'm only actually taking home $150 out of that $250. So understanding that can really help you and your personal budget and make sure that you aren't chasing your tail. Also, if you haven't raised your prices in years, it is time. Inflation is real and everything around us is going up, so you need to as well. Your color, booth rent, foils, and everything in between has gone up, and if you haven't raised your prices, you are actually taking a pay cut and you didn't even know it. I wanna hear from you. Are you feeling all these things? Does this sound and feel familiar? Trust me, you aren't alone. I wanna hear from you and how you've navigated burnout or if you're still in it. Something that has completely changed my whole mindset for me, work, hair, life, and my overall well-being is doing at least one thing for myself every day. I love to work out, so getting movement in for me is so important. I like to either go to the gym, a walk, or just even sitting in the sauna. I know that this is important to me, and I can't show up my best self if I'm not taking care of myself. Another thing that I refuse to do is skip lunch. I don't know about you, but if I get hangry, I get so upset. Is this really fair to my client who booked her appointment at 12 o'clock because I said I was open and she comes in and I'm a raging bee, all because I didn't book time to eat? Absolutely not. I always try to meal prep for myself and bring lunch so that I am in the best mood for myself and the woman sitting in my chair. But if I don't have time to meal prep, I always know that morning where I'm gonna grab lunch for myself on my way to work. Even if my day starts at 9 a.m., I'm driving through Salad and Go to grab a salad for lunch. This is just not an option for me anymore. Lastly, and the most important to keep your passion alive is to take that class. You wanna be re-inspired? Take that class to re-inspire you. You will be surrounded by stylists who are hungry, motivated, and want to learn. Don't let the cost set you back. You may not even realize that you are costing yourself so much more by not taking and investing in that class. Clients can feel when you're in a rut, so they may seek elsewhere to a new stylist who is taking that continued education. Plus, classes get you excited again. They are gonna make you post that content and show up for your work in a better mood, making overall, you're gonna make more money and attract those right clients. The best thing to not get into burnout is to take care of yourself, set boundaries, and to take the continued education and remind yourself that you are a badass. If you have found this video helpful, send it to your salon besties. This is such a good reminder, especially when we are feeling down. Thank you for watching and follow more for videos about hair, money, and business behind the chair.